The all-time rosters franchise injury report week 8 begins with good news out of San Diego, LA, as star Dan Fouts won't miss any time with a bruised forearm he sustained in the loss to Kansas City. Good news for them because backup Phillip Rivers looked awful in the fourth quarter of the blowout loss. All-pro tight end of the Giants, Mark Bavaro, is out for the entire regular season and the wild card with a broken collarbone. Jeremy Shockey takes his place. And on the other side, Paul Warfield to miss 3 games with a torn shoulder labrum, but they are in good hands with Tyreek Hill and the Marks brothers at receiver. Speaking of receivers, Hall of Famer Raymond Berry to miss 4 games with a herniated disc. The Colts receiving core loaded. Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, T.Y. Hilton, Jimmy Orr, Roger Carr, and tight end Dallas Clark. Left tackle Ernie McMillan is out for 5 games with a partial ACL tear. The new blindside blocker is Hall of Fame tackle Duke Slater. Julian Peterson will miss 6 weeks with a broken collarbone. Lofa Tutupu, who is a natural middle linebacker, will move over to the left side for Seattle. Headhunting linebacker Vontaze Burfict will miss 2 games with an abdominal tear. Ray Maualuga, followed by Brian Simmons for Cincinnati. Safety Lawyer Malloy just came back last week from broken ribs, then he broke his ribs again late in the game against Pittsburgh. Rodney Harrison, who played well last time, back in there at starter for New England. Hall of Fame quarterback Drew Brees broke his ribs as well and is out for 3 games for New Orleans. 2-time Pro Bowler Archie Manning is the new quarterback when New Orleans battles Doug Williams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week. Jalen Ramsey and Rashean Mathis in for the injured Aaron Beasley, who dislocated his kneecap last week. Jack Butler broke his jaw against the Patriots, so he'll miss this week against Baltimore. Woodson, Blunt, and Fitzpatrick lead the way for Pittsburgh. 4 players set to return from injury this week, led by the Bills' third-string cornerback Tre'Davious White. George McAfee returns after 5 games out with a broken forearm. Mark Haynes, who broke his collarbone in the opener against Washington, finally set to return for the Giants. And finally, Jack Tatum bolsters the Raiders' defense. He's back in at free safety for Oakland, Las Vegas. It should be noted that 6 franchises are without any injury, completely healthy going into this week. The Bears, Bills, Browns, Cowboys, Raiders, and Titans Oilers. Meanwhile, Miami is the most injured team in the league with 4 players out after week 8 of the season. This is the all-time rosters franchise with Charger Dude 95.